Alright, so the wait is finally over. James Harden is out of Philly. He got traded last night. Woj broke the news at like 2 a.m. and went right back to sleep. Didn't give us the details, so we had to wait until the morning for him to provide the details. So now that we know everything, let's talk about it. So as I said, the Clippers are trading away Marcus Morris, Nicholas Batum, Robert Covington, KJ Martin, plus some draft compensation. I believe all of these picks are either swaps or second rounders, so nothing too crazy. For James Harden, PJ Tucker, and Philip Petrusev. I didn't even know who bro was. No disrespect. So my first thought about the trade, that's a meet off, for like a better term. I'm not excited of this trade for either team, to be honest. I don't hate the trade, but I don't like it either. Here's why. Because I believe that none of the players that are actually a part of this trade are actually what they once were. I think all of them are getting older, and you can clearly see that they've taken a step back in production. Plus, I do not believe that on either side the trade actually changes significantly my expectation for each team to actually compete for a championship. I believe that in both situations, it's just going to come down to health. Will Joel Embiid be healthy in the playoffs? And will Kawhi and PG play? If all of these factors happen, then maybe these teams have a shot in each conferences. If it doesn't matter if James Harden was still in Philly or if he's in LA. If Kawhi and PG do not play, he's not going to do nothing over there. The same in Philly. If Joel Embiid is not 100% healthy, nothing is going to happen. So, yeah. So now, let's look at it from both sides. The Sixers. So I like the fact that they got rid of the dark cloud that the James Harden situation was, and now they're able to really go into the season with new expectations, knowing that Tyrese Maxey, who's balling out of his mind right now, averaging over 30 points, 6 and 6 on 50, 56, 91 splits. Yep, only 22 years old. So you know that this guy is finna have the key to the team. You know that the team will play a way more free-flowing offense, way more ball movement, way faster pace, better on defense, more energy, all of that with Tyrese Maxey. And so I like that for them. I also like the fact long-term for the 76ers that they do not have to pay James Harden long-term, and that they received a bunch of expiring contracts, and all of these players can be traded pretty easily and re-signed for low money. So once next free agency actually hits, the 76ers going to be a very interesting spot because they will have to pay Tyrese Maxey, but Tobias Harris will only have one more year on his deal, and James Harden will actually free up some cap space. So now they might be able to go out there and get a guy like a Zach LaVine or get a guy like a DeMar DeRozan as a third option. So be on the lookout for that. Now, when it comes to this year, I mean, PJ Tucker was pretty washed. He was still a great defender, good to great defender, energy guy, but he was such a minus on the offense that I believe that all of the guys that they got in return are an upgrade over PJ Tucker. I can see Marcus Morris, Batum, and Robert Covington getting that starting opportunity, and I would like for Kelly Oubre to keep coming off the bench and bring in that extra scoring. I would like that. Now, the reason why I'm not super hyped for the Sixers is because it is crazy to me that they didn't even get either Terrence Mann, no Bones Highland, or Norman Powell. Norman Powell was the guy that, in my opinion, the 76ers should have targeted. That guy that can provide that spark off the bench, a legit 15 to 20 point scorer, high energy, being coached by Nick Nurse already, and can also defend and shoot the three. That was the guy that they were supposed to get back in that trade, in my opinion, and they missed on that. So I don't like that. Maybe it's because of flexibility in long term. Just like I said, Norman Powell is making like $25 million a year. So you cannot have flexibility in next free agency with such a contract. But short term, I would have liked for the 76ers to get at least Norman Powell, or if not, Terrence Mann. They didn't get that. Now, on the Clippers side, the fit is super questionable in my opinion. The Clippers have been looking for a point guard ever since the Kawhi and PG era. So now they got a point guard. James Harden just got done leading the league in assists, and he's shown that he can be great as a point guard. However, the team is so stacked in ball dominant players, in Kawhi, in Paul George, in James Harden, in Russell Westbrook, that it's like James Harden will have to change the way he plays. He can't be that ball dominant. And at this stage of his career, do I believe that James Harden can be the best version of himself without palming the ball all game long? I highly doubt it. Maybe it surprises me, but I don't see it personally. Plus, the starting lineup, in my opinion, is going to be either they start Russ or either they start Terrence Mann, but then they're going to have James Harden at the 2, then PG at the 3, then Kawhi at the 4, then Zubac at the 5. That lineup is getting smoked by the Nuggets. And it might really struggle against the Lakers. It's so small. It's just too small, in my opinion. I do not like that one bit. Plus, James Harden being out there pretty much impacts the defense. I know they got PJ Tucker back, but I do not expect the guy to get a lot of minutes. So I don't like that. And just like I said, this just doesn't move the needle for me because James Harden can go out and fit like a glove out there. If Paul George or Kawhi is not there comes playoff times, which is highly likely, according to history, they won't do anything. James Harden or no James Harden. They just won't do anything. And now the depth has just taken a big, big hit. I know all of these guys that they traded away are not super high value guys, but they were still depth. They could still help for a game or, close out a game, something. Come in, get a stop, come in, hit a corner 3 or whatever. That's a lot of options that they just lost. And I don't know about Russ's role, the fit with Russ on that team anymore. So it's a lot of question mark on that end for me. So these are my thoughts about the two teams. Now, before we get out of here, we got to talk about James Harden, man, because I know this situation is somewhat understandable because we all know that Daryl Morey did him dirty, but this is his 4th team since 2021, y'all, and he forced his way out of every situation. He entered the 2020 to 2021 season as a Rocket, came back with a fat bodysuit, got traded away. Didn't even get a shot to John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins. Forced his way out into a big 3 in Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie. Gave them 1 season, then dipped on them. Forced his way out. Played super lackluster the second part of the 2nd season. Got with the 76ers. Joined the MVP in Joel Embiid. And still forced his way out to now be in LA with Kawhi and PG. And if you look at all of the teammates that James Harden has had in his career, the list of all-stars to superstar players is insane. He has had Kawhi, KD, PG, Joel Embiid, who won an MVP alongside him, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook twice, Dwight Howard, and Kyrie Irving for 0 rings and only 1 finals appearance. It's time, man. You gotta win. You just gotta win. And if he actually acts out again in LA, I think it's over for James Harden in the league. Because the worst thing about all of this is that he's still looking to get paid. He wants that bag. We just seen the Clippers actually lowball Russ to $8 million a year. $4 million a year. $8 million over 2 years. I believe that's the deal. If James Harden goes out there, plays bad defense, gets clamped in the playoffs again, it's going to be very weird for him, in my opinion. We might be looking at another black ball like what happened to Carmelo Anthony or something like this. So he needs to be careful. He needs to perform. And it's time to win just for his legacy and his reputation because he's looking spooky out there. So anyways, here are my thoughts. Please get in that comment section and tell me whether you feel me or not. Who won the trade in your opinion? What are your expectations now for both teams? And yeah, appreciate you guys for checking me out. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.